Because it's being called Omicron variant, and scientists say that this virus is heavily mutated, it's fast spreading, and they're concerned that it could resist immunity. Several cases have been detected now in South Africa. The U.S. and the U.K. are already taking precautions, temporarily banning flights to and from South Africa and a number of other African countries. Global markets also fell overnight in response to the new variant. At last check, the Dow was down nearly 1,000 points today. The NASDAQ and the S&P also taking hits of about 2.3%.
KRON 4's Rob Nesbitt has been talking with infectious disease experts about this new variant.
And he joins us now live from the newsroom with more on what you need to know about Omicron. Rob.
Vicki, according to the California Department of Public Health, there have been no known cases of the Omicron variant here in California. Experts say the vaccine's response to the variant should put those who have gotten their shots at ease. Almost 2 years into the pandemic, and COVID continues to mutate. The Omicron is the latest strain. The World Health Organization says it is highly transmissible. The announcement is affecting Wall Street, dropping the Dow nearly 1,000 points, and the White House is implementing new travel restrictions.
The WHO called this a variant of concern. The WHO did not call it a variant of panic.
Dr. John Swartzberg has been an infectious disease specialist at UC Berkeley for nearly 50 years. He says the White House's response of restricting travel from 8 countries in southern Africa won't be that effective.
That's not going to help very much. It may help a little bit in terms of slowing the emergence of the virus around the globe, but it's not going to stop it.
If the variant does spread to the U.S., he says worst case would be another shutdown, but that we already know the steps to avoid that.
Masking, social distancing, not getting together in congregate settings.
Omicron was first discovered by authorities in South Africa. Dr. Monica Gandhi with UCSF says that country's vaccination rate of 26% is why the variant is spreading so quickly, discounting those who believe the new variant will evade vaccines.
Anyone they put a swab up their nose who had this variant in their nose and they're vaccinated, they were fine. They're totally fine, asymptomatic.
According to the CDC, around 59% of people in the U.S. are fully vaccinated. She says anyone in the Bay Area who is part of that statistic should not be worried about the new variant, hoping the U.S. and other countries can all reach herd immunity.
We need at least 75% vaccination rate worldwide to stop it.
The White House did not give details on the new travel bans, except to say that restrictions will not apply to returning U.S. citizens or permanent residents. Live in the newsroom, I'm Rob Nesbitt, KRON 4 News.
Thank you, Rob. President Biden says he's already met with members of the COVID response team to evaluate their response to the new Omicron variant. In a statement released on the White House's website, the president is urging unvaccinated Americans to get their COVID vaccine. He's also stressing the importance of getting a booster shot. The president also called for the release of intellectual property restrictions regarding the makeup of the vaccines to ensure that they can be manufactured more quickly all around the world. Vaccine maker Moderna says it is working rapidly to test its COVID vaccine against the new Omicron variant. In a statement, it said, in part, the recently described Omicron variant includes mutations seen in the Delta variant that are believed to increase transmissibility and mutations seen in the Beta and Delta variants that are believed to promote immune escape. The combination of mutations represents a significant potential risk to accelerate the waning of a natural and vaccine-induced immunity.